The Wrong Toppings. There was nothing unusual about Pizza. It was one of those chains scattered across America, sitting on quiet street corners, glowing red and yellow in the night. Families ordered it for Friday dinners. Students called it after midnight, and delivery drivers, young, tired, usually juggling two jobs, kept the wheels spinning. But for over a year, something had gone wrong. Drivers were vanishing, not many at once, just here and there. A missing person in Kansas, another in Ohio, one more in rural Texas. At first, nobody connected the dots. Delivery work was dangerous enough. Cars break down, neighborhoods go bad, people disappear. But behind every empty car, every driver who never made it home, there was one constant. They all wore the same red and yellow shirt, the Pizza logo stitched onto the chest. The origin. The man who started it all didn't look like a monster. He was ordinary, anonymous in the way most people walking through a grocery store are. He worked a job that drained him, went home to a quiet apartment, and filled his evenings with TV and takeout. Until one night, it had been an awful day, everything breaking against him. His boss had humiliated him in a meeting. His car wouldn't start. Bills were stacked on the counter, unopened. He stared at it, at the mushrooms he hated, at the pepperoni he never asked for. It was a small mistake, but to him it was the last straw. Something inside cracked. That night he started following delivery cars. The hunt. He never ordered again, instead he stalked. He'd watch the small sedans with their glowing rooftop signs leaving Pizza stores. He'd follow, headlights dimmed, keeping distance. He knew the drivers were vulnerable, always rushing, always distracted, climbing out of cars with bags in hand, never looking over their shoulder. He waited for rural addresses or dim apartment complexes, the places with long shadows and no neighbors watching. That's when he struck, quick, silent, efficient. The disappearances grew. One driver's car found idling by a cornfield in Nebraska, another abandoned by a motel in Nevada. At first, police thought it was coincidence. People quit, people ran away. But then families started comparing notes online, all Pizza. The pattern. By the time journalists picked it up, they called him the delivery killer. But he never bragged, never left notes, never explained why. To him, the explanation was simple. Pizza had failed him. One wrong box had ruined everything. And every driver in red and yellow was a reminder that the world never gave him what he asked for. The present night to night, in another nameless town, another driver ties his apron, clocking out for one last run. His name is Kyle. He's 19, saving for community college, exhausted but relieved it's his final delivery of the shift. He doesn't notice the gray sedan 2 blocks back, lights low, shadowing every turn. He doesn't notice how quiet the street is when he pulls up to the drop-off. He doesn't notice until the pizza bag slips from his hand, because someone is already waiting in the dark. The whisper in the dark. They'll find his car later, still running. The pizza bag crumpled on the passenger seat, just like all the others. And somewhere on the interstate, the gray sedan will vanish into the night, headlights swallowed by distance, the driver calm again. For now. Because until the world gives him the perfect order, he'll keep hunting. And everyone wearing red and yellow knows, whether they admit it or not, that their next delivery could be their last.